Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Ghosting with Anya. I'm your host, Anya Smith, also the author of Anya's Ghost Stories Volume 1 and Volume 2, The Return of the Dead. I still need to finish writing that novel. I need to put it together. Well, the words are done. I just need to put it together and, put my name and the title on it and publish it and release it on Amazon so I can get paid soon as possible. We have a new story today. It's called The Voice Only Spoke When She Was Alone. That is the new story. I was going to do it yesterday, but I didn't have time because I had to finish my application thing for the Rising View, which is the neighborhood. At first, it was fine until this morning. I got an email saying that they're not able to get approved. So we're not approved. I guess we're stuck at the Oak Creek Apartments. I don't know when it's going to happen again. Apparently, no one wants us in the neighborhood. I guess they just think it's funny for them, I guess. So, yeah, we also had to get my Social Security account. It's been set up, but apparently we're not able to get approved. So, he says, we'll look at houses for rent in Bellevue outside of Rising View. I guess, yeah. We'll try and find an actual home. Anyway, we're still trying to figure it out. So that's disappointing not to get approved. Anyway, so yeah, let's do the story now. It is freezing cold outside. Yesterday it was fine until this morning. It is snowing outside and it's like 34 degrees or something outside. I'm wearing my freaking sweatshirt. I was hoping it would, warm my body up. Apparently not that much. So, anyway, I'm okay. So, also, thank you guys for subscribing to my channel of Ghosting with Anya right here on live streaming on YouTube. Please continue doing that. This is really helpful. So, anyway, let's get started on the story. So, get something to drink, get something to eat, get under the covers because it's freezing outside. You can turn on the heat and just sit back, relax, and please click like, share, and subscribe to Ghosting with Anya. This is an actual job I like doing. So, I love working on this. It helps me a lot, and you get paid for doing these videos, and especially with all the paranormal stuff. I love paranormal stuff. This is why I love doing this job. So we'll figure some shit out. So let's get started on this ghost stories because I hope you all love this. I love paranormal stuff. And before we start on the ghost story, Chris and I went to Broadwater last week, and we spent time with the kids and my sister-in-law and her husband Andrew, 2 children. I actually met the baby. I've got pictures. And they're my profile, especially like go to my Instagram and you'll see it, but I'll have to there's some on TikTok that I actually literally uploaded. So you can check out my picture on TikTok and you'll see one picture of me holding my niece and one picture is when we were on a car ride. It's really fun. It's really adorable. Everyone likes it. And please continue on following me here. Like, you can follow me on TikTok. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me right here on YouTube. You can click like, share, and subscribe. So let's get started on the story. This is season 4, episode 90. The voice only spoke when she was alone. Season 4, episode 90. So let's get started. The voice never appeared when others were around. It waited patiently for silence, for isolation, for moments when Anya was sure no one could hear but her. Sounds like being crazy, and you're the only one who can hear it, and no one else can. No one ever freaking hear the voice. It's like either you're hearing a voice inside your brain, or you're like somewhere else, or you're a little crazy, needs to be institutionalized or whatever, but it's a little creepy. But this is really good story. Let's continue on. At first, it commented harmlessly, observations. Sorry, sometimes these words are a little fucked up to me. About her posture, her breathing, her habits. Then it began correcting her thoughts. That's not what you meant, it would say gently. Over time, Anya found herself pausing before thinking, listening for approval. The voice grew warmer, more confident, more disappointed when ignored. One night, she tried speaking aloud to drown it out. The voice laughed softly. You don't need to say it out loud anymore, it said. I already hear you. That is the weirdest shit. I've never had that problem. I mean, I can't even say any words about this. My voice is like fucking sore. So, anyway, yeah. I've never had these problems, but except for the part where I was still in school, and it was like around either 10 o'clock at night or midnight, and I was getting ready for bed, and that's when I heard someone yelling my name or something, like from outside of my bedroom, and clearly I didn't understand why a disembodied voice would literally hear my thoughts or whatever, or call my name out. I still don't understand why. It's so strange. But anyway, let's go with the questions before I would sign off, but if you guys want me to read another ghost story, please let me know on the comments down below right here on YouTube. If anyone who's watching this podcast right now, please leave me a comment down below, right here on YouTube. Why does the voice require isolation? Well, the reason why it wants isolation, because it wants to talk to one person that can actually hear the voice. It just wants to be alone with that person somehow. Maybe a disembodied voice, like a spirit of a dead person. It doesn't want other people around because it wants to isolate that person, because it's obsessed with that person, and it doesn't like other people, apparently. This disembodied voice clearly just wants to keep this person from others, because this person always can hear it. It's just too afraid to admit it to other people. No wonder why. Because people might think you're crazy if you can hear these voices, and you clearly don't know how to trust people, apparently. If they think you're crazy and you're thinking you're crazy and trying to figure out how to understand it and process all that, and somehow you need a background check of what's going on in your own home, or like there's a spirit maybe isolating you from others because it wants to keep you from interacting with people, or it just wants to talk to you because it doesn't trust other people, but it only would trust one person who can actually hear the dead. It's like a little crazy, but still. Apparently, I've never had this, but it happens a lot. So let's go to number 2. How does familiarity increase its power? Well, there isn't the familiar increase of the power thing, which is like you go to a house that's familiar to you that you don't remember, or you saw it in your dream. Kind of feels familiar. It's like you've been there before, like in the past or something, or like in your dream, but not physically. It's like memories are somehow returning and increase all the power, and somehow it changes everything. All the memories are coming back. What really happened? It's kind of like when you're a child and you lived in your childhood home for years, and when you grew up you decided to leave because you want to leave everything behind, especially the past, and you want to like create something new, and yet somehow your memories are always going to come back to you. It's like you are being haunted by something from the past, and you try to forget, but it just keeps coming back to you. So it's familiar because you might recognize it from when you were a child and you tried to forget it, but it just keeps coming back to you. And then you kind of give in and you just go there, and everything becomes very clear. So that's the reason why, like, everything, like your memories are always coming back to you, but sometimes it chooses not to come back. Your memories, you don't remember anything that much because you got your memories wiped clean, especially about your home or whatever you did in the past. It all comes very clear. So that's what the power increases for, your memories. everything turns all the way from the beginning. So let's go to number 3. When does guidance become control? It can become control anytime, like any place. It depends, how it is. But I've never been controlled, except for the family. Well, depends. Whoever controls your memories, it's like your body is not being controlled by you. It's like you are being possessed by something demonic. Becomes either it's guiding you somewhere, or it's like as soon as you've been guided somewhere, it started becoming controlled, like something demonic maybe. And you try to figure out how to fight it, and it's hard, and you try very hard, but it's too strong, and you want to be free from that control, and you try, it just doesn't happen, but you just continues being controlled. It's like, say you're a robot and you have an owner who likes to control the freaking robot. Every emotions, or like everything you do, or how you say, or what you're saying, what you wear, where to go, that's control. And you're trying to figure out how to be free from that. It's too strong. I don't have any words for this. Seriously. If you have any questions, those of you who are watching this podcast right now, please leave me a comment down below, right here on YouTube. Let's go to number 4. We have like 4 questions left before I sign off and finish reading my novel. Probably going to have some food around 11 a.m. It's clearly like 9:43 right now. So, why does the voice grow disappointed? The reason why is being disappointed because it thinks you're not trying very hard to figure out what's going on. So the voice is like being a little dramatic and controlling. It just wants to isolate the person that likes to control. So possessive, obsessive. That's like a little crazy shit, And it grows disappointed because it's like it doesn't like people that you're surrounded by. So I'm thinking it's just being a little insane. Like, it's like your conscience, tries to tell you, don't trust anyone else. Trust only your conscience. People are not good. That's the reason why that voice is telling this woman, who has my name actually in the story, that these people are not good because they're like taking advantage of you or something like that, and this voice is trying to protect this person, and this person doesn't want to listen to the voice because something terrible could happen any moment. But it happens. But for me, I never had that problem. I don't know why. I didn't have these kind of experiences. So that's why I can control my own voice. I can control my own emotions, my own things, like my own body, where to go, what to do, what to say, what to wear, whatever, who I can hang out with, who I cannot hang out with. So I'm in control. I choose not to be disappointed. But if I'm disappointed right now, which means that I didn't get approved to get into the housing near my friend's house. So that's how disappointed I am. Confused and disappointed at the same time. Let's go to number 5. What happens when eternal thoughts are no longer private? Well, when you're trying to keep your thoughts very private, somehow something else invades your thoughts and it's no longer private. It likes to invade your privacy, and it's like boundaries, people like to invade your space, and no matter how many times you try to tell them that you need your space from them, they don't understand it. They clearly don't give a shit, and they just keep going into your space. And no matter how hard you try to be nice to the people, but they just don't understand that you want space from people. Bubble, like being burst, and everything has been invaded, especially your thoughts. Like, you don't want people to know what you're thinking, and you're afraid what they might find out. So how they would find out what you're really thinking, and you're afraid how they might react because of your greedy thoughts or whatever. But shit happens. I mean, my thoughts are my thoughts. I don't want people to invade my thoughts, what I'm thinking, and how can I tell someone without hurting their feelings just because of my greedy thoughts or horrible thoughts or whatever. I would try to figure out how to tell them instead of letting people find out from somewhere else. Your thoughts. Don't tell anyone about it. You got to keep it to yourself. Make sure no one ever literally invades it. You got to keep your thoughts locked somewhere far away so you won't let anyone go anywhere near it. So that's why you have private thoughts. That's why you don't want people to know what's going on, because you don't have enough information about anything. So let's go to number 6. We have 2 questions left before we sign off. Why does silence invite intrusion? Well, it's probably because you don't have anything else to say. That's why you keep quiet. And intrusion as in you're trying to figure out what's going on. You just don't want to talk or whatever because you don't have anything else to say. You just rather not say a thing. Silence would be better, but if you're intruding to someone else's thoughts or space or whatever, you just want to be very quiet and you just want to keep the thoughts to yourself or whatever. But silence might be better, but if it's too quiet, you might want to try and figure out how to get someone to communicate with you. So, last question before I sign off. If something hears your thoughts, where do you hide? Well, if I'm trying to keep my thoughts quiet somewhere, you try to I would probably try to go somewhere else, different room, whatever. You try to block someone out of your thoughts, out of your mind. You keep your thoughts somewhere that people can't get through. You're trying to block them from the inside. Your mind needs to be locked somehow if you don't want people to hear your thoughts. You try to figure it out. I don't have any words for it. I can't think of anything. So anyway, okay, so we are out of time. Yeah, so we are out of time. It is almost 10 o'clock. So thank you for tuning in. And next, we'll be reading another story. The hallway grew longer when she was afraid. That's the new story. If you guys want me to read the story now is the time to leave your comments right here on YouTube, right here. So yeah, I love you too, Chris. I just hope you know what I was talking about. I hope you were listening about it, and leave the comments down below what your thoughts on this story. And everyone who's watching this, please leave me a comment down below. So if you guys want me to, but I can. But if you guys want to wait till next day, I will probably literally read another story. So just leave me a comment down below. Either tomorrow or next week. I can do next week, next Tuesday. All you have to do is let me know on the comments. Anyway, thank you guys, and please continue on subscribing to this channel and listen very carefully to the stories. And you can leave me a comment down below as I'm reading the ghost stories, or also doing questions, trying to answer it my best. So now it's time for me to sign off. So we'll see you guys next week. I can do the story number 91. The hallway grew longer when she was afraid. That's the new story. Please let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, you can leave me a comment down below. So thank you guys, and we'll see you soon. Please click like, share, and subscribe. So anyway, thank you guys, and we'll see you soon. And happy St. Patrick's Day that's coming up on the 17th of March. So have a great day and stay warm. So we're not going for a walk today. It's too cold, and it's snowing. So we're probably just going to stay home. I'm probably going to finish reading my book now and, play my funny shows or whatever. And, have my food probably by around 11 or 12 or whatever. I'm probably going to go home early. So anyway, stay safe, guys, and we'll see you next time. Please click like, share, and subscribe to Ghosting with Anya. Bye.